channel. I know I haven't posted a lot in a while, but hopefully more consistent content is going to come from here on out. It is the start of Q4 and I have big plans for the remainder of the year. Um, Currently getting over a bit of sickness. I have had a raging fever for the last 4 days. So, well, not raging, but like it was raging on Friday. It was raging on Friday. I'm filming this on Tuesday, the 29th of September. So, you're probably going to see this tomorrow. It's all cool. It's all good. But for the rest of the year for Q4, I am sort of building back up the writing habit because I haven't really been writing consistently for a while. I did start the 0 days or no 0 days project. It's supposed to be no 0 days, it's been nothing but 0 days. I've mostly been doing a lot of outlining work, which I suppose you could class as writing, but in terms of actual drafting, that is where I really need to focus my attention because I can outline and plot all I want. No one's gonna buy that. No one's gonna want to read that. They want to read the novel. So throughout October, I am sort of steadily going to be increasing my writing goal each day. This week, my goal is to just write 1,000 words a day. And then I'm going to build that up. Next week, I'm going to try and go for 2,000 words. And then I'm going to build that up to try and go for 3,000 words. And building that up steadily should mean by the end of October, I'm at the point where I'm writing 5,000 words a day. So the goal for November for the novel writing challenge, it's still in writing communities and circles, it's still referred to as National Novel Writing Month. It will always be the month we sit down and write novels. NaNoWriMo as an organization might no longer exist, but the concept lives on, and several creators are doing their own sort of challenges that they host, and I like to take part in Sarah Cannon's Rough Draft Challenge, so I'll be doing that this year, but I'm warming up on the way to there. Getting myself back into the writing headspace and getting my sort of flexing and exercising my writing muscles and building that up. So hopefully by November I will be doing 5k a day, and if I can do that, when I'm able to be at that point again, I should be able to complete several manuscripts by the end of the year and start publishing in the new year as I hoped. At the moment, but what's that going to look like for you guys? So content wise, what's that going to look like on this channel? Well, I'm going to bring back the little mini vlogs that I was doing, like just the little 10 to 15 minute vlogs. Maybe do them daily. They might not be daily. We'll see where it goes. I do have the daily writing goal to stick with, and I will be personally vlogging daily, but I don't know if the uploads necessarily will be daily, if that makes sense. I'm also kind of following on from a previous idea. I have all these ideas for topics for like sit down videos, and they're very brief topics. I mean, I could just make them into shorts, but if I'm posting the writing content anyway, I'm just going to add them into these vlogs, just a little snippets of whatever information or topic it is I'm wanting to dive into or share. And yeah, so hopefully you guys will enjoy the content that's coming up in October, and then we'll have the challenge in November, which I would like to have daily vlogs up for, because that's just fun, isn't it? Doing the daily vlogs in November. And one of my goals is to grow the channel, so having more content up more regularly, especially during a peak time like National Novel Writing Month in November, would really align with that goal. So if it does feel a little bit like I'm flooding your timeline, I would not be offended if you don't watch every single video. I don't watch every single video of everybody I'm subscribed to either. Um, but in terms of getting a channel monetized, it does come down to subscriber count and watch hours, and having that additional stream of income whilst isn't, you know, I'm not going to be like a millionaire from it. Let's not get silly. I'm not going to be a millionaire from it, but having that little additional income um would help. It would help. One of my overarching goals of, oh, I didn't even know that was in shop this whole time. Oh my god. But one of my overarching goals this entire year was to try and finish the year um sort of self-sufficient. And I still have this last quarter of the year. I might not become fully self-sufficient, but I want to be at least make a positive move towards that. So obviously getting this channel monetized, I do have my other channel that I will be uploading more content on. I will link in the info box. That's going to be more about like personal improvement, mum life, a bit of beauty and fashion, just everything about life, about my life, but not writing stuff. This is just writing, reading, a bit of journaling, scrapbooking ness. I might do a bit of mental health here as it pertains to writing or like reader guilt or something if I get to that, but most of that other stuff will be on the other channel. And I will also link my Instagram. I've started uploading a lot more over there, and I am looking into setting up some Substacks for funneling out content from other aspects, like specifically concentrating on all the things under the umbrella of motherhood and mum life that I have thoughts and feels and opinions on, because I have lots of thoughts and feels and opinions on it, and I'm just bursting to get them out. But collectively, those things will hopefully generate enough of additional income streams for me that it'll take a bit of the pressure off of work, like the day job and things. And then once I start releasing novels in the new year, hopefully that will help generate an income stream. And again, I'm not looking to become a millionaire with my first book. I'm not delusional. I know that's not going to happen straight away. I mean, it's potential. It could happen. I'm not willing it not to. I wouldn't be unhappy if it did. It'd be awesome. But I'm not pinning my hopes on it, if that makes sense. I'm more looking at the compounding effect of multiple novels coming out in a rapid format, and growing an audience and word of mouth spreading. I will be doing some like advertising on Instagram and such to promote my novels and stuff and everything. But yeah, I would just like to make that sort of positive momentum, start creating positive momentum towards becoming self-sufficient, because personally, I would need to make £3,500 a month to just to continue living as we live. So between the day job, internet media income, and selling novels, if I can combine all that to make £3,500 a month, awesome. And then build upon that to a point where I don't need the day job. That's where we're heading. And other thing, totally want to speak about this before. I spoke about it a little bit on my Instagram this morning, actually, and I journaled about it. I have had this moment of acceptance. It was specifically like last night it happened. I had this moment of acceptance where I cannot and will never be able to work at home with children and do this kind of creative content. It's different. I feel like I'm editing videos because it's fine. I can flip here, there, about, and everything. It's fine. It's a static job. If I'm creating graphics, again, static shot, a static job. If I'm creating social media like posts, a schedule, static job. I can pause it, go do things, and come back, and it's fine. But when it comes to actual like generative creative work, I cannot do that at home. I can't. That's why I have this place. It's why I rent an office. And God, I could give myself a shake. Like, I've rented a freaking office. Why am I still trying to do work at home when I should be spending time with the kids? Because I feel that I get my this is why I end up not doing content for a while, because I get myself into these like tizzies of I get myself into these tizzies of gearing up for a big like avalanche of content. Like I want to batch it. I want to do this and that and all singing, all dancing, get the bells and whistles out, and I get myself worked up to the point where I want it to be perfect, and it's not gonna be perfect, and I find myself blaming the kids for it when really I shouldn't be doing it in the first place, you know? I'm blaming someone outside because I know it's my fault. It's my fault. So I had this realization last night that I've known for ages. I just thought I was being clever about it. If I finagle it enough, finagle, whatever, if I twist and bend and manipulate it enough, I can make it work. No, no, I can't. I can't make it work. That's why I have an office. It's why I've rented this space. It's why I've made this investment to be here so that I can get everything done without losing my ever loving mind with my children. Because that's what happens. Like you're so focused on trying to get something done and they're constantly making noise in the background and you have to stop filming and you have to stop writing and they want you and they need you and there's noise and there's a crash and then oh my goodness, and it drives you, is overstimulation. You've stressed yourself out, you've set up, I say you, I'm meaning me, I'm talking to myself here just for clarities, but set these huge goals and these tight deadlines and over demanding and overstretching, and I'm going to do all these things and do all these things with the kids, but the kids interrupt, so things take longer because kids need attention, because kids need attention. They just do. And I don't mean this to come out really snooty. I'm just sick. Okay. So I sound like I'm being sarcastic, probably, but I promise I'm not. It's just nasal, throat. Apologies. But if I don't do this now, I'm not going to do it. And yeah, it's better done than perfect, right? Better to be done than perfect. So that's what kind of brought me to the decision to do this gradual increase of work count every day, to train myself to utilize the time I have. And as long as I've gotten that work goal done for the day, everything will be fine. Everything else is gravy, you know? As long as I, like this week, as long as I get my 1,000 words in a day, I didn't get it yesterday because I was trying to do it around the kids and I just, no. So I'm gonna try and come up. I mean, obviously, Saturday and Sunday might be an issue, but I'm gonna specifically try and do that when they go to bed. Also, other realization, mornings, I can't do them. Mm-mm. Every time, and this is another area where I was getting very stressed and annoyed around the children, and it was just creating a very not fun environment in the house when I was trying to get up early and get work done, but then the kids would get up and this never used to happen in the old house because the bedrooms were far enough away from the kitchen and the living room. Now they're not. So if I'm up, um, it'll cause some disturbance and wakes them. I could stay in my room, but then I'm disturbing Nick, who's still sleeping. He doesn't get up until 8 because he stays up later. He naturally falls asleep around 1, 2, and then gets up at like 8. So the decision has been final. I'm not going to try and do the 5 a.m. Well, I can get up early and have a nice, relaxing breakfast, but I'm not getting up early to work before the kids. I'll get up early to get myself dressed and do my hair. I mean, my hair and makeup is not done because, ill. But just having that gentle time where I'm not trying to cram it all in, and work with children around that early in the morning. No, I can't do it anymore. So I've made the executive decision. We're not doing that no more. Any work that does get done in the house, like filming, like again, generative, creative work, has to wait until after the kids go to bed. I would rather stay up later and have a happier, easier morning than go to bed early, try and get up early, and still not get anything done. Okay, I will take it as the cookie is grumbling. Okay, this is the way it is. This is the way we're working it. So, yes. I think I've rambled on long enough. I will catch you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoy all the content that's going to be coming up in October and the lead up to Novel Challenge in November. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.